Can you briefly introduce yourself to our viewers?
Okay. Like he said, I am by the name of Manzi Davis, owner and founder of Billion Traders, married to one wife and 4 amazing sons.
So you are into Forex trading.
Yes.
Give us a description of what Forex trading entails.
Actually, it's a quite a wide market that most times is misinterpreted. People don't know. People who do not know about forex trading most often compare it to things like cryptocurrency, stock exchange, options. They don't comprehend the wide part of it. This is it's existed for centuries. It's a business that runs international currencies. The same way you go to a Forex bureau with $100 and they give you Rwandan francs, 130 Rwandan francs, for example. But if you took back that 130,000 Rwandan francs, they won't give you that $100 back because there is a fluctuation of the market. The value of the dollar, the value of the franc keeps on fluctuating minute by minute. So our work is usually we speculate the market, study, do analysis, both fundamental and technical, and sometimes speculative, which gives you a confidence in the sense that you can now buy when it is on its lowest for it to gain value, or you sell on its highest level for it to lose value. Either way, you make profit. So most people compare it to gambling, compare it to things that are actually guesswork. It's not like going to a betting company and see the value, the two teams playing, and you're guessing this team will win based on how good the footballers are. For us, it's beyond that. We analyze the market through news. Different economies interacting. It may be, for example, a war between Russia and Ukraine. How does it affect the dollar? How does China and the US in the fight of BRICS affect the dollar itself? So we get to know right now, if that happens, the dollar is no longer backed by gold. So gold will gain value and the dollar will fall. So it is a wide market. Right now, as we speak, it's a $6.7 trillion traded per day globally. So it's not a small market. If you compared it with New York Stock Exchange, London Stock Exchange, these are still in billions. New York is the highest with about 2.7 billion per day. And this is $6.7 trillion traded per day. We have in Africa alone over 700 million traders in Africa, and it has been introduced to Africa very recent, less than 50 years ago. And because of that, there is a misconception about it. But in general, to answer your question, it is the buying and selling of currencies.
Interesting. So is this a legal business in every jurisdiction, or some jurisdiction don't recognize it?
It is actually
possibly even speak about Rwanda.
Yes, it's actually not very known. It's a recent thing that is opening up the market for passive income. For countries like Singapore, UK, US, this business has existed for over 200 years, and it is what has made them what they are economically. Being legal, usually every economy has to set a policy, like every other business, that governs the do's and the don'ts. Now, it's not legal worldwide. It is legal in countries that have studied, learned, and accepted and drafted a policy that governs the traders, because it's quite a risky trade. You leverage with a broker The broker has a certain percentage he's taking. You, the trader, you have a certain percentage you're taking, depending on the skill you have, the level of experience you have to make money out of it. Because new beginners usually make a lot of losses. And these policies usually are there to protect the consumers. They are there to protect the investors. As for brokers, for them, they have their personal interest. It's like hedge funds. They can milk an economy and become billionaires, and they're not interested in you, the little person who is investing in this business. If you don't have the experience, you end up losing money. So every economy has to have a policy, which we are fortunate enough. Rwanda, on the 26th of February, we were able to receive a policy that governs this business to protect Rwandans, to open doors for foreign investors. And we thank God that we are pioneers of this business in Rwanda. We have existed for I have traded for over 10 years. It is my livelihood. As for the existence of the business itself, registered in 2019, it's a good thing for our economy.
How has been your experience since you started trading in Rwanda?
It's been a rough journey, honestly speaking.
In what sense?
But before the rough journey, we did well at the beginning. Like I said, 2019, when we opened up, I had other counterparts in UK, Singapore, India, Dubai that I traded with. I still work with. We made good money. We had clients, but because by then we didn't have a policy that governed us, with different institutions that we approached, we made good money for Rwandans, those who came then, until the time that reached, we started facing difficulties when we started approaching procedures of pushing for the policy. From that level, we put ourselves on the map. We opened up the economy to this business, and they started to actually paying attention and having interest in the business. So the difficulty part was to actually being regulated. That was one of them, which meant re-educating and opening up people's minds to the possibility of the profitability of this business.
So before the policy, were you regarded as legal or illegal? Where did you fall?
I was legal in verbal terms, so that I can show my Rwandan clients that we are not scams. We are here to stay. We are here to build the nation. We are here to increase knowledge in this passive income sort of business. And the difficulty came in when people didn't understand exactly what we're doing. And like I said earlier, the misinterpretation. Some call it Ponzi scheme, others call it pyramid scheme, others call it cryptocurrency. So all that brought sort of fear, because we can all testify that our economy, we've had people who have come in and said things or enticed the general population to invest in things that are not rightly in the interest of the client.
What is the difference between those schemes you're talking about? Ponzi schemes, pyramid schemes, and Forex trading. What is the difference between them?
It's quite wide. I bring 5 people, and I tell them, if each of you give me $100, I'll make you $200, on the condition that when you bring me that $100, recruit 5 people under you. I'll give you your profit of another $100, but for every other person you bring in, I'll give you $20 from whatever they invest.
Okay.
So when you calculate, you realize you brought $100, I have given you $100, And for every person you bring, I give you $20. So if you bring 5, that's another $100. So you take $300. Now what happens? The people on the base will make a lot of money. As you start, the people on top will make a lot of money. That's why it's a pyramid. The person under and the person under. So you find the bigger number on the lower end, they end up losing, because this money, when they receive it, you, the investor, when you receive it, where are you putting it? What are you investing it in? Whatever you're investing it in, what if it comes to a loss? When it comes to a loss, that means there are 100 people under, all of them lose. But the top people made a lot of money.
And then Forex.
For Forex trading, it's one, you don't have to have anyone under you. You don't have to bring anyone. For you, you have this disposable income.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying, you know what? It's the same way you can say, I'm going to invest in agriculture. I'm going to buy a piece of land.
Mm.
I'll wait for 5 years. My piece of land, I bought 100 million. In 5 years, I'll get 200. It's a risk you've taken. Yeah? But it's an asset. For Forex trading, it's the same way. When we pick that money, we don't ask for any other thing. We say, you know what? We are going to study the market.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to trade this market. When the dollar falls, we sell. When the dollar rises, we buy. Now, whatever profit we make out of it is now what we share. Me, the owner of the company, and you, the investor. So from there, it's totally different.
Where are you trading? This is Forex trading. That means there is a market.
Yes.
Where you bring your dollars to sell.
Yes.
So that you can earn an interest.
Yes.
What market is that?
It's a global market. And remember, this is an online business. Me, I'm a money manager. As a money manager, here, like the policy that has been placed in our country is the fact that it is not legal, which I'd asked earlier, it's not legal to get money from people, according to the new policy.
Mm-hmm.
Right now is, if Mazimaka wants to invest with billion traders, I will show you how a brokerage works. Now, I will help you to open an account with a brokerage, a trusted brokerage.
Mm-hmm.
When you open an account with a trusted brokerage, your money comes from your bank account to your brokerage. Then you give me the credentials of trading your account. So whatever money I make in your account, we have a percentage share split
of the profit.
Now, for us in the previous, before the policy came, we wanted to have a pool. The bigger the pool, the better, and the lower the risk. So we thought of, if I can have 100 clients, 200 clients, each and every one of them have put 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, that pool turns, let's say, for $1 million, right? I trade it. We have a contract. Whatever we make, there's a certain percentage you agreed on the contract. So it's the broker who is trusted and regulated that I am dealing with. For you, we have a contract that at the end of the day, when the date of maturity reaches, I will have to pay you what we agreed, and whatever remains is my profit as a company.
So this money that is invested, collected on behalf of your client, you deposit it on a particular trading platform.
Yes.
And then you let the money trade.
We trade it.
You trade the money.
As expert traders.
At the moment, which platform are you using?
By now, we've dominated two. We used to deal with Pepperstone, and we realized, now the technical terms may be a bit hard, we realized Pepperstone by then had high spreads and high commissions. So we opted for IC Markets. IC Markets is an Australian-based brokerage with over 14 branches. Seychelles, UK, Brazil, US, they have different branches. But now IC Markets branch that is in charge for Africa is situated in Seychelles.
So, what made me pick interest in billion traders is the concerns that have been raised by your clients
Yes.
in the country of failure to meet your contractual obligations.
Yes.
You have pending payments to settle
Yes.
for months.
Yes.
What I had was so far 19 months now. Tell us how it came about and how you're dealing with it and the effect it has had both on your business, on your company, and your customers.
Okay. Those are very many questions, but I will try to remember them. The situation we're in right now, if I can address it from that angle, where I have failed to meet my contractual obligations, is based with so many factors. From the beginning, we operated really well, and we made Rwandans good money. And we have very many testimonials. Remember, our business is not based on advertising. We have never reached out to anyone and say, you know what, come, let's make you money. Every person who has come to Billion Traders, it was over their personal interest.
How did they get to know you?
Verbally, it's
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Okay.
Hey, Davis, Billion Traders did this much money for me. It's a good business. You could try it. Someone has come and we kept on growing like that. Because Capital Markets Rwanda prohibits such businesses to advertise, which is to the interest of the locals, the nationals. And every person who came to Billion Traders, we showed them the risk involved in this business. We explained to them, don't sell property, don't get a loan. But because of the profitability we are showing you, you get interested. And when you get interested, some couldn't listen. They will say, like, don't worry, I'll take care of it. I know how I'll get a loan. I know how I'll put my house on mortgage. I know it kept on playing along, even without us knowing the details. So from there, we got on a position where we approached now the authorities because the numbers were increasing.
From what to what? What number? In terms of number of clients?
The number of clients and the volumes of investments.
So far, by the time you stopped,
yes,
when you started facing serious issues with your investors,
yes,
your clients, how many people?
That is
how many clients?
Yes, that is. We stopped in November 2023, and by then we had 610 clients. Basically, the company was growing very much and very quickly. So we had the shine. And our economy is a small economy, as you know it. Everyone knows everyone. What happened exactly, some of these things are not even clear to us. One time, I received a phone call from Seychelles, my broker, and he's saying, someone from your country, an institution, reached out. They want to know the details of how much money we have and how we make it.
Anything wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that. But it would have been right for whoever it was or whatever institution it was to come to our offices and ask us ourselves. Why go behind my back and ask my broker when I'm here with you in the same country?
But you said you had reached out to most of concerned institutions.
Yes.
And broke it down for them.
Yes.
And they gave you green light.
Yes.
So the institution you're mentioning here is different from those that you have.
It is here now. Like Seychelles, they couldn't disclose who it is. or what it was.
What was that institution asking about?
They just wanted to know how much money we have and how do we do it.
Did they get answers?
No.
IC market couldn't
provide the answers.
Provide the details.
Yes.
And then what happened after that?
And then after that, IC markets decided to hold our accounts. Prove yourself that you're not doing now a new concept of money laundering, which we also have been accused of, both here in Rwanda and also IC markets. Now, as a brokerage, it can be the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a lie. Remember, the brokerages, they don't have the interest for the people. Their work is, as much as you're making money, I should make more money. Now, when that happens and they hold your account, you can't trade it. And because
so they freeze the money.
It's not freezing, it's the accounts disappeared.
No.
If you freeze it, you can see it. If it disappears, it means because the broker has access to every platform. It is his platform.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? It's not like if a bank like Equity or Bekar freezes your account, you can still see your balance. Yeah? You may not access it, but you see it, it's there. Mazimaka has 200 million on this account. You see it, but you cannot access it. For brokers, they have the capacity to erase your trading accounts.
And then?
When they erase, they don't go away with it because
they refund the money? Send the money back?
No, they didn't send the money back.
Should they?
They should. It's the Rwandan's money. It's our money.
So
the problem we are in the pickle we have right now is because every Rwandan feels we lied to them.
So you are saying that at the moment you're dealing with an issue where IC market did not only freeze your account, deleted the account, like took it out.
So now, based on that,
that means you can't access.
We've not been trading those accounts since February.
How are you going to secure the money for your clients?
So we've taken a couple of measures since last year. So just to take you back before I get to that point, is there is a time that reached, for example, we use 20th of October 2023. I tell my client, I send out a formal communication to my clients based on a few issues we had said, now we are starting again to pay your dividends, your profits. I do the withdrawal. When I do the withdrawal, the money doesn't show up. We wait for 1 week, 2 weeks. It happened once, twice, 3 times. Now the clients keep on feeling these guys are lying to us. So we received an email from the broker saying, I think the problem is with the intermediary bank. We no longer work with Citibank. And I'm wondering, why didn't you tell us that early? So our legal team traveled to Nairobi. Nairobi has a branch of Citibank as the intermediary bank. He traveled there. When he traveled there, he checked with the accounts. Citibank said, we have not seen any transaction. There's no transaction that has been made for over 4 months. So we realized the broker now has the capacity to actually withdraw money from your trading platform, and you think because it's off your trading platform, it's on the way coming. And when they pull it out, they do what is called inside trading. They'll trade it on the side, and after 14 days, 20 days, they put it back and they tell you the money bounced back. So we ask Equity Bank, we even reached out to the CEO, Hannington Namara. He said, we can see in the system there's no money. There's no money that is reflecting. We went to Nairobi, there's no money. So we reached out to IC markets. When we got to IC markets, he said, there's no money you've been transferring. So you've been making up stories. And the legal team, which is our legal team headed by Azi, he advised and said, you know what, let's go to Seychelles. because Seychelles is in charge for Africa. He traveled to Seychelles. He got to their office. They acknowledged the money is there, but they didn't tell him the amount of money, which we wanted. Like right now, we want a statement of account showing the acknowledgement that this much amount of money that belongs to billion traders, which is money belonging to Rwandans.
And what happened?
Now, is that okay?
Yeah.
What happened is when he got to Seychelles, they refused to reveal the details of the accounts. They gave us a timeline of 4 days that will give you a bank of statements. We'll reinstate the bank accounts, the trading accounts, and then we even requested to withdraw every month $1 million to settle our debts, because the Rwandans had been patient enough and they are tired where they are at. So now the position we are at, most people think we either lost money or we lied to them.
Didn't you?
No.
Did you lose the money?
No. If we had lost the money, one would declare bankruptcy. We're like, bad business decision, lost the money.
In whose jurisdiction is the IC market in Seychelles?
It is under the it's AFC. It's like their capital market.
In Seychelles.
In Seychelles.
So
they're the regulators of brokers.
Have you addressed the issue to?
Yes, we actually even our legal team met even the Attorney General of Seychelles. They had a talk and they told them it wouldn't be wise to take this through legal terms. Let it be between government to government. It will reduce. This is a $1 billion company that if we went legal, they can frustrate us for 2-3 years. We don't know how long the process will take and how much it would cost us. So we petitioned the government, Minister of Foreign Affairs. We sent our document to them, our concern. And right now, as we speak, we know our Minister of Foreign Affairs reached out to the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Seychelles. We are waiting for their response so that capital market can answer for the monies that belongs to Rwandans. If we look at the number of emails we've sent back and forth, even including the regulators, response that should give a solution. You tell me 4 days, it ends to 1 week. 1 week ends to 1 month. 1 month, so back and forth.
So what beyond that, what is billion traders going to do? Are you going to sit back and wait?
No. You see, when you sign contracts with the locals, the investors, it is under your obligation to make sure you meet your contractual obligations. We have other means that we're looking into.
Such as
prop firms. Those are technical terms. We are working with prop firms. It's something a little bit complicated, but it's another way to generate money back home.
What does that entail? It
entails there are $1 billion companies worldwide that have a lot of money looking for traders with experience like myself. You give them the experience, they give you the money, you trade it, they take their percentage, they give you a percentage. It's not like you've invested anyone's money. It has different stages, different levels, different prop firms. For example, for us, we specialize in one called FTMO. FTMO is more stable. It's been in existence for more than also 10 years. It has good payouts, but its prop firms are a bit stricter. When I invest my own money, I have the full power to trade it the way I want. I can make a lot or I can lose it all in a short time. But prop firms, for them, they give you margins to trade within. If he gives you an account of 10,000, he'll tell you per day you may not make a loss beyond $100, or you may not make a lot size equals to 5%. So because of that, it's a bit hard to deal with, but it's a possibility. with the team that we have that trades, given time, slowly, we can recoup this money back. But that is coming to a position where we're saying, as far as Seychelles is concerned, IC market is concerned, we are not sure when and how long it will take to retrieve our money back.
How do you reassure Rwandans who have invested in or with billion
traders? The assurance is one, and which I always tell people. When we started this company, it was to build our nation.
What does that mean?
It means, one,
should your customers care about
less? They should care, but it's building an economy entails a lot of things. For example, awareness, learning exactly what is this trade, what is this business made of. We have an academy. As we speak, by December 2023, I had over 200 students. And this is to show people there are billions of dollars out there passively. You can have a passive income while you're at your job, you're working for the private government, but there's a possibility with a disposable income on the side. I can put it here and it can make me this percentage. So we can pull money out of other economies, bring it and pour it to Rwanda. So to assure Rwandans, that was our heart.
Will this money come back?
It has to come back. Tooth or nail, it has to come back. We are not sleeping. The government is helping us. And it may take longer than we expect. We don't know how. And that's the frustration.
When it comes back, will your customers be rewarded with the interest they were expecting?
They have to. We stopped, because remember, like I said, until February, when IC markets garnished our accounts, we couldn't trade those accounts. So we had received an advice that until December, we already had so many dates. We sent out a formal communication telling clients,
but you've stopped trading.
We have stopped counting your profits. We owe you this much investment. We owe you this much as initial, and we owe you this much as interest that we promised. But we are stopping here based on the fact that we are not generating money, but we will cover all this. So we have clients who have removed more than they invested. We have clients who have removed 50% of what they invested. And we have clients who have invested. Unfortunately, they came in when we were having a hard time, have not received even what we put in there. And that is now, that's the biggest struggle we have in billion traders right now, that their clients, someone who trusted me with his 10,000, with his 20,000, you know, and 5 months goes, 6 months goes.
Have you been sued?
I have very many lawsuits, very many.
If you lose, what will happen? You have to pay them.
I have to pay them. Of course, every country has there are ways to straighten things.
How will you pay them? If you stop trading, you're not making money.
That's the prop farm plan B. We call it plan B. The only thing I would need is the patience of people understanding that we are not scams.
It's been 19 months now.
19 months is when the whole struggle started, but it's until October. Yes.
So that's 3 months, 6 months, 9 months.
Around 9 months, yes. Now those 9 months, now the reassurance of when is what I keep on shooting myself in the foot. I tell you next month, and then next month, me, I'm trusting the system in Seychelles. I'm trusting.
Why don't you personally travel to Seychelles and handle this issue?
That's a hard one.
How?
Based on the fact that.
Are you a flight risk?
No, you know, when there is less information, people put their own information.
What does that mean?
That means the people who invested with us, they found themselves.
They cannot allow you to. They cannot allow.
They found that they are not receiving.
Let you go.
They were not receiving their money. Yeah, and because they're not receiving their money, people started making up stories. this guy may run out of the country.
Would you?
No.
Why not?
I have just come back. We've been refugees all our lives.
No,
I came back in Rwanda in
but
2015.
this is something to deal with.
But
Your life.
if it's my interest was to build our economy and for our people to get a better life.
Okay, so let's make clear of these things. You're still trading,
Yes,
but not
the money that
ICT
is in
market.
IC markets.
So you secured other funds,
Yes,
that is from other
from
clients,
farms. Yes,
and then you're still trading. Are they
Yes.
making money?
they are slow, like I said.
Slow.
Yes.
In terms of
Volumes. Yes.
volume in terms of percentage what they earn.
How much
or
money-
How much they're investing.
How much money you're making per day? How much money you're
Not
making
the
per
volume
month?
of money they're investing.
Yes, because no, right now we are not receiving any investments. If anyone would want to invest with billion traders, we would first have to acquire the license from
So
capital
you
market.
haven't applied for the license.
We finished everything, but now it would put capital market and the country as a whole in a predicament. How do you give someone a license who
Who
has
still-
debts
We still have
over
issues to fix.
million, of that belongs to Rwandans? So right now we want to first clean our house, pay Rwandans their money, and then we can apply for this license. We were the pioneer of it, but right now, by the time it came out, the policy, it found us in that predicament.
What you said earlier that you tell your clients that it's a risky business.
Yes.
There's certain things they shouldn't do, like selling their cars, getting a loan.
Property.
What risks are those?
Like I said, it's passive income. Passive income is not like a career.
Is passive income a risk?
It is good income, but risky.
In what
If I am a
sense?
doctor, for example, I am sure I'll commute to hospital every morning, Monday to Friday, and when the month ends, I'll receive my check. What passive income means, I have gotten my 10,000 on the side. I know this money. If I lose it, I will not lose my livelihood. I will put it in a bond. I will buy shares in this company. That's passive income, generally. If people go to the bank and buy bonds, that's passive income. What if I buy a share with, for example, Bradirwa or Semerwa, and the percentage doesn't increase over 5 years? The money instead reduces.
What I'm trying to explain to me how ICT markets,
IC markets.
IC market has the powers to withhold money of which has to go back to the investors, and then it goes away with it for all these months.
Yeah, it's a rare case. I think for me, this is the first one for us.
Billion traders?
For billion, this is the first. We had a very good relationship for over 6 years with them. Really good. Until whether they made up the story that someone reached out to them, or if it is true someone reached out to them and they took advantage of us. But again, later on, when we did our research, we found there are very many cases over them, lawsuits over IC markets, similar issues as ours. Very many online on the internet. People who have sued and complained. I tried to withdraw. They lost my accounts. They lost my money. Which now?
So you're saying it is not safe?
It is safe.
But here you are.
It's. I would say it's not black and white. It's not either safe or not safe. It is understanding. First of all, we have a legal system that will push these things. We have the evidence, unless there's no one to help. But if there's someone to help with evidence, we have evidence of the emails we shared. We have evidence of even those accounts they garnished.
Emails when you're dealing with $7 million.
But you see, it's proof that they responded.
You see why
and when you're trading, there is a certain every end of the day, there's an email you receive. This is how much you made. This is how much you lost. Your loss was.
So before October, all was merry, good.
It was good.
So you had clients who were investing and then getting their interest.
Money. I have people in this country who have paid loans, who bought cars, who bought houses, who paid school fees, tuition to their kids in different
So
outside countries.
The blame for this scenario is that as market says, oh, there was a spoof.
Yes. For
I'm
us,
not sure whether that was right or wrong. They just made a decision completely, and
because now, yeah,
they approach you.
That's the thing. Now, if I've sent over 20 emails and you're not looking at my concern, if we've gotten our legal team to travel to their offices, they don't respond to what we're asking. We come to realize the reasons they are giving us for garnishing our accounts are not substantiated with an evidence. And the team, like right now, I should be having an accounts manager who should concentrate. That's a lot of money. Should concentrate on me as a client, having this particular person I can call at any given time of the day to address my issues. I'll call today, they'll give me Jen. I call tomorrow, they give me Peter. I call the other day, they give me James, you know? And I'm wondering, we've worked...
So, being a multi-billion-dollar company shouldn't be an issue. Why don't you sue them and possibly even press charges and damages?
It's a thought. That was an option on the table. But the problem with that is this is a billion-dollar company, like we've said. If we sue, it is a procedure that will take another, who knows, 2 years, 3 years.
Why?
They can choose to put...
I think that's an issue to do with the legal system back home, not to do with your trading partner.
No, like right now, if I sued them right now, one, we will have to...
Do they control the courts?
No.
So
I will have to have personally money aside. Remember, these lawyers,
to cater for them. The lawsuit.
Now, like I said, right now Rwandans are doing badly off. I would rather have that money first solve Rwandans' problems. That's one. But two, what if I even secure $50,000 and I'm pushing this suit, right? While I'm pushing it, they're a billion-dollar company. They put another $1-2 million under their lawyers. Do you know how long that procedure would take?
Yeah, but that's an issue to do with the courts, not with the defendant or the defendant.
Yes. But still,
they
will still be winning.
You don't trust the courts in...
We may end up winning, but if I won, like right now, I would say, without trading, I am making losses. I am not trading, but I'm making losses. Ask me how.
Yeah, you should sue.
Yeah, it's in the process, but now we want...
advised by authorities here?
Right now, we want to take it slow, first. Government to government. Diplomacy. This money does not belong...
Do you see any signs of progress?
That's what Minister of Foreign Affairs